Let's just say the Greyhound broke down.
Wow. Call meeting order. Please rise. Then I ask you join me in a moment of reflection on the business that's before us this evening. And please join me in a pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, please take the roll.
Alderman Brennan.
Here.
Alderman Begley. Alderman Basso.
Here.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Here.
Alderman Key.
Here.
Alderman Scully.
Here.
Alderman McGrogan.
Here.
Alderman Clifford.
Here.
All right, quorum being present, you have a couple special presentations tonight. First of all, it's our pleasure to introduce, for those who don't know him, obviously many do, and swear in Michael Yatt, our newest police chief. And you want to step up here, Mike? And he's all dressed up, too. That's
All dressed up. All dressed up. Ready to go.
All right, please raise your right hand. I, Michael Yatt,
I, Michael Yatt,
having been duly appointed
having been duly appointed
to the office of
to the office of
Chief of Police
Chief of Police
in the city of Palos Heights,
in the city of Palos
in the
Heights,
county of Cook aforesaid,
in the county of Cook aforesaid,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
and impartially
and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office of
of the office of
Chief of Police
Chief of Police
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
All right. Just a few words, guys. Thank you to the mayor. Thank you to the council for entrusting me with this. It means a lot. You know, I've been here 20 years now. It's to have your guys' trust means a lot to me. So I appreciate that from you guys. Looking around the room, I just have so much gratitude. I'm so honored to be here with past workers, current workers, young people, older people, retired people. One of the things I love about this organization is that generational thing that we have here. We just have something that just goes on and on and on, and the culture here is just wonderful, and I'm just honored to be a part of that. One special thanks to my wife, my kids. They, all the sacrifice that goes into this. I just always saw it as work, and looking back, you see all of the conversations of when are you going to get home? I have no idea. Waking up in the middle of the night, getting the phone call and racing off to work. All of the stuff that they have sacrificed for me to get here, I can't appreciate that enough. And lastly, it's kind of appropriate for me to be in this building for this, is from a little guy. I think the dream of this started probably 70 feet that way. Coming here as a little kid, looking at the cells, walking through the halls with my dad, with Billy, with Bill, with Dave, all these guys that I've known my whole life. To be able to be one of the few people in this world who has not only had the chance to work with their dad, but he's my hero growing up, and for him to become my mentor and somebody that I strive to follow and keep this organization going, it just means a lot to me. So kind of a special thanks to him, and just kind of one of those things and that's really all I gotta say. But.
Well, congratulations, Mike. We're looking forward to many years of your work here and those calls in the middle of the night and things like that. You're already used to them. You're already used to them, so that's good. But you've got a great force with you, and I know you'll continue to lead them the way the past chiefs have over the years. And as you say, we build from within. We've done a great job. people really want to get to work in this force, and you know, we've got some openings coming up, so we fill those and go on from there. So great. Congratulations again, Mike. Need you to make official here. You got to sign that.
Thanks. Congrats.
All right. All right. Thanks, Mike.
All right, Mike.
Mike, how do you picture you, the mayor?
Him when it was dead, too.
It's gift giving night.
Some shorter guy.
But when you still,
For the paper, I'm so sorry.
All right, great.
Stick around.
All right, second on the agenda, somewhat the police related, obviously very police related. We've got Alderman Clifford and Rich Noble. There's Rich, okay, in the corner. From the president of the Lions Club for a presentation for the Special Olympics for Cop on the Top. So.
We're here today, it's our new president, Rich Noble of Palos Lions Club. We're here today to present a monetary award for support for the Cop on the Top Special Olympics. Rich will say a few words. We had some other checks, but they were previously given out in Palos Hills, Lion member by Mike Labar, alderman there, and by Mayor Melovich over in Palos Park. So with that, I'll turn it over to our president for presentation.
Thank you for having us today, Mayor Straz, the City Council, and Alderman Clifford is one of our longest-serving Lions. He joins me and about 80 other members of the Palos Lions Club that goes back to 1949. We celebrated our 75th anniversary last year, so we're one of the longest-serving charitable organizations in the area. We raise funds through selling our Christmas trees just down the street at 127th and Harlem. Fortunately, we don't have to sit on top of the roofs like the cops on the roof did, so we have a little easier go of it. I'm not sure that would go over too well with my members, just tell them to sit on the roof, but thank you for your efforts. And we also host annual recognition dinners for the first responders, for our police and fire in the Palos Hills, Heights, and Park areas. We share a similar motto to the police department, which is "We serve." That's the motto of the Palos Lions Club. So that's the intent of raising funds and trying to distribute those funds to our local organizations. So on behalf of the Palos Lions Club, we're honored to present a check for $500 to the Special Olympics on behalf of the Palos Heights Police Department. And we also thank the Palos Heights Police Department for all they do in keeping us and our community safe and being the first responders and protecting us as they do. And we, as Alderman Clifford said, we're presenting similar checks to the Palos Park and the Palos Hills Police Departments as well. So, Chief, your first official act can be to accept this check.
how about a picture? Check. Come on, Jack. Gotta look that way. All right.
I want to thank Rich and the Lions Club for their gift tonight, obviously, but I think it's credit, as he had mentioned, the Palos Lions have been around for so many years, and I'm really glad to hear the fact that you have 80 members. I mean, within this time, if you who don't know, many of the service clubs, whether it be Rotary, Sertoma, Kiwanis, are having a hard time keeping around and keeping in business because the people are just not volunteering. And the fact that you guys get out, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that you do have a Christmas tree sale and some hands-on activities you do, but it's a great credit to what you do for our town. So again, thank you very much, and very good. Okay. All right, moving right along on the consent calendar, we've got the approval of the minutes from the Committee of the Whole meeting on May 20th, 2025, the City Council meeting on May 20th, 2025. As everyone leaves the room.
You don't want to hear this?
Something we said? I don't know.
Something we said.
The approval of the payroll and the voucher list for the period ending May 30th, 2025, and then approval of a special event permit request from St. Joachim's and Anne's for their Taste of Armenia on July 13th, 2025, from 12 until 5 o'clock.
So moved.
Moved by Alderman Clifford. Is there a second? Second. Second by Alderman Brennan. Discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso. Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key. Yes. Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McRogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
All right, very good. Just, again, I want to commend the Lions Club of what they've done. But I do have I think, a special information for some people who live in the southwest quadrant of our town especially. I have an email. This is take it for what it's worth. It's from the state of Illinois, saying that they're putting the binder coat on 131st Street at Southwest Highway this morning, supposedly. I didn't get a chance to get over there today. I was busy. But they plan to open 131st Street next week, weather permitting. Now, again,
So soon?
Now, take into consideration, it's the state of Illinois making that statement, and it says weather permitting. Now, it's supposed to rain tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. So that'll take another 2 weeks at least if it rains tomorrow. But that being said, that's all I have. City Clerk?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. No report tonight.
How about City Treasurer?
Thank you, no report.
City Attorney?
No report.
Any communications? Anyone have in council? Citizens wishing to address the council? Okay. No? Yeah, Bill?
Okay. I just have a short thing to share, okay?
Sounds good.
My name is Bill Tracy. I live at 1 Lake Catherine Drive in Palos Heights, right across the street from the Nature Center. A feasibility study was made by Burke Engineering regarding the Lake Catherine Nature Center and the continued concerns about the parking, biking, and walking that occurs on Lake Catherine Drive, especially during the spring and summer sessions. Estimates are that 140,000 visitors will come to the Nature Center during the year. Burke Engineering developed 7 possible alternatives regarding changes to Lake Catherine Drive to make it more safe and more secure. However, they already have eliminated 4 of these changes. Each of their current recommended proposals are quite costly and will not necessarily make for a safe environment. We, the residents who live across the street, would request that you re-examine the issue and would request that you consider the original proposal that was made 10 plus years ago that Burke Engineering had listed. We continue to maintain that, as was proposed years ago, that the bike path continue along the canal by placing the paved bike and walking path along the canal on the north side of the Nature Center. This placement of a paved path on the north side of the lake would be the most economical of any of the proposals currently under consideration. It will also make for a more safe place to visit, because right now, and I would invite any and all of you to come sit on my deck a weekend and watch the bikers go up and down Lake Catherine Drive like they're on the Tour de France. It's dangerous. And you see people with strollers and walkers. It's just dangerous. And that path originally proposed 10 years ago had the bike path going along the canal. And we have never understood why that change was made. And like I said, you're all invited to sit on my deck any weekend you want. Okay? Thank you.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Sir, are you aware, did your president inform you about the study we're doing now, and it's out there, when we get it back, we're having a meeting about the improved walkway and parkway, and we're repaving Lake Catherine Leeson.
I read the report by Burke Engineering. I have that report.
current
Is that
one?
what
Which
you're
one?
referring to?
This year's, 2 weeks ago,
Approximately, yes.
because we didn't get it yet. I don't,
It's 17 pages long.
that's the proposed on it, but there are some things coming up, and all the residents there will be knowing when we have an open meeting and a presentation
Good.
here at City Hall
Good.
about how we're gonna do that. And it's reconfiguring the bike path and repaving the.
So will each of the three associations be informed and invited to this meeting?
Yeah, one of your presidents was here already. He knows about, he's supposed to be letting out the information when it comes
Okay.
available.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, thanks, Bill. All right, anyone else? All right, Finance Committee, Alderman McGrogan.
Mr. Mayor, we do have one item, number 7. This is a motion to adopt an ordinance implementing the municipal grocery retailers occupational tax and a municipal grocery service occupational tax.
Moved by Alderman McGrogan, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Brennan. Discussion?
Mr. Mayor?
Sure.
Just a point of information. Basically, Governor Pritzker, in what's perceived as a political public relations move, eliminated like the tax that was normally in place from throughout the state, which then put the burden on the cities to actually, unless they wanted to have a budget shortfall, to reinstitute the tax. So we're really just replacing the tax that was already being charged. It's not anything
Right.
new. And it's interesting too. I just read something today. He's got a long way to go if he wants to knock down 1 or 2 of these taxes a year, because in the last several years since he's been governor, which is hard to believe, they've instituted over 70 taxes to residents of municipalities, and so knocking out this one, he's going to have to knock out quite a few more to keep everybody pretty happy. So that's the end of my report.
Other discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
That's it?
That's it, Mr. Mayor.
Public Safety, Alderman Basso?
Yes, I have a couple items on the agenda this evening, Mayor. Item number 8, motion to direct the city attorney to draft an ordinance to bring the manpower to 30 in the police department due to the L&B Shepherd annexation.
Moved by Alderman Basso, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Clifford. You remember, this is, with the annexation, Shepherd's gonna pick up the cost of our existing officer, and this is for a new officer to backfill the, that spot, so. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 9, motion to approve the purchase of a 2025 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 in the amount of $48,868.
Moved by Alderman Basso, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Clifford. Discussion?
Can we have the VIN number?
Same thing.
No. To be determined. How's that, sir? Roll call.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye. Not on the agenda, but once again, I'd like to report on a recent scam that I've received on my phone, calling for me to press the button below to verify the fact that I have an outstanding traffic violation that needs to be corrected immediately. They give 4 draconian actions that are going to take place against me if I don't make that action, and one of them being suspension of my driver's license and contacting of my insurance company, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They gave me until yesterday to comply, and they notified me, I think it was on the 30th of May. So once again, if you get such a email and there's an action that requires immediate attention on your part, that's a red flag that you're reading and looking at a scam. So obviously I didn't have a traffic violation and I didn't lose my driver's privileges, et cetera, et cetera. So I'll just be warned again. Thank you very much, and that's the end of my report.
The tollway has, they're sending out quite a few that say the same thing that Alderman Basso just described, from the tollway. I know I got one, my wife got one, and I'm sure many of you guys had as well, so just ignore them.
All right. Municipal grounds and property, Alderman Begley's not here, Alderman Lewandowski's gonna fill in.
I'm ready to take the con here. Here we go. So item number 10 on the agenda, a motion to approve payment to the Holiday Outdoor Decor for Harlem Avenue decorations in the amount of $9,620.
Second.
Moved by Alderman Lewandowski, seconded by Alderman Clifford. Discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford. Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye. Next, I'd like to make a motion to approve payment to Anchor Heavy Civil to install a storm sewer behind 11850 South Harlem Avenue in the amount of $18,400.
Moved by Alderman Lewandowski. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Clifford. Roll call.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
And finally, I'd like to make a motion to approve payment to Seal Right Asphalt Maintenance to seal coat, crack fill, and stripe City Hall's parking lot in the amount of $6,200.
Moved by Alderman Lewandowski. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Clifford. Discussion? Roll call.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. That's the end of the report.
I think just a point of information, I believe they're gonna pave it on Thursday, so the parking lot will be closed here in City Hall Thursday, so.
Thank you, sir.
Keep
Appreciate
everybody
you
in
picking
mind.
me up.
All right. Did a good job. Alderman Scully, planning and zoning.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I do have one motion. That motion is to allow the Revival Yoga and Wellness Center to operate a yoga studio as a special use within the premises located 12211 South Harlem and contained within the following PIN: 2430125-002-0000, and to direct the city attorney to draft an ordinance regarding same.
Moved by Alderman Scully, seconded by Alderman Key. Discussion?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I do have a further comment. I'd like to ask the attorney to include that this motion for B to B1 is for this applicant only and not available to any sub-lessee.
I'll second that.
All right. All right. Roll call.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
That's it.
Yeah, well, that's the end of my report. Thank you.
Recreation, Alderman Key.
No report, Mr. Mayor, thank you.
I saw the pool's open.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And today was a little bit busier than yesterday because of the heat, but yeah.
And tomorrow's gonna be 60, so.
Yeah.
So,
And rainy,
right. All right.
the day off.
Roads and construction, Alderman Clifford.
No report. You already mentioned about 131st Street to be reopened in the near future, and roads and construction meeting for next week has been canceled.
All right. License, permits, and franchises, Alderman Lewandowski.
Well, Mr. Mayor, I have a lot to say this evening, but I'm going to defer to the next city council meeting so Alderman Brennan can proceed with his agenda. Thank you.
Buckle up.
Okay, you gotta take some water before you start.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mayor. First, I'd like to make a motion to approve payment of invoices number 6 and 7, the final invoices for the 2024 sewer rehabilitation program to National Power Rotting Corp. in the amount of $141,542.80.
Second?
Moved by Alderman Brennan, second by Alderman Key. Discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes. Second, I'd like to make a motion to approve payment number 8 to Calumet City Plumbing for the water meter replacement program in the amount of $93,708.69.
Second?
Moved by Alderman Brennan, second by Alderman Key. Discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Number 16, I'd like to make a motion to approve the purchase of 100 3/4 inch, 92 1.5 inch, 28 2 inch, 14 3 inch, and 2 4 inch meters, and 243 Smart Point Touch couplers from Core in Maine for the meter replacement program in the amount of $234,945.
Second?
Moved by Alderman Brennan, second by Alderman Key. Discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Number 17, I'd like to make a motion to approve payment to Giant Maintenance and Restoration for painting of 179 hydrants in the amount not to exceed $17,005.
Second?
Moved by Alderman Brennan, seconded by Alderman Key. Discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Number 18, I'd like to make a motion to approve payment number 1 to Era Valdivia Contractors Incorporated for the Misty Meadow Exterior Overcoat Rehabilitation Project in the amount of $114,300.
Second?
Moved by Alderman Brennan, seconded by Alderman Key. Discussion?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, sir.
I just want to say they did a great job.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right. That being said, what's roll call?
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Number 19, I'd like to make a motion to approve payment to Aries Incorporated for the replacement of a faulty valve in the pit, Misty Meadows, in the amount of $14,800.
Moved by Alderman
Second.
Brennan, seconded by Alderman Key. Discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes. Number 20, I'd like to make a motion to approve payment to CNC Landscaping to repair existing paver patio from sewer repair work at 12600 Massasoit Avenue in the amount of $13,000.
Second?
Moved by Alderman Brennan, seconded by Alderman Key. Discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Next, I'd like to make a motion to approve payment for professional engineering services with Dixon Engineering for the 250,000 gallon spheroid Misty Meadows in the amount of $13,043.
Second.
Moved by Alderman Brennan, seconded by Alderman McGrogan. Discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes. sorry.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Next, motion to approve payment for professional engineering services with Morris Engineering Incorporated for the Southwest Highway Lift Station in the amount of $6,650.
Moved by Alderman Brennan, seconded by Alderman Key. Discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Next, I'd like to make a motion to approve payment for the professional engineering services with RJN Group for the 2025 sanitary sewer rehabilitation and the 2025 on-call underground infrastructure services rendering through May 5th, 2025 in the amount of $32,091.10.
Moved by Alderman Brennan. Is there a second?
Second?
Second by Alderman Key. Discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes. Next, I make a motion to approve the bidding process for the 2025 sanitary sewer and manhole rehabilitation program when the specs are available.
Moved by Alderman Brennan with a second from
Second.
Alderman Key. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. That was an easy one. Okay.
Next, motion to approve payment for professional engineering services with Strand Associates Incorporated for the alternative water supply analysis, College Drive water main lining, and on-call services rendering through April 30th, 2025 in the amount of $34,481.16.
Second?
Moved by Alderman Brennan, second by Alderman Key. Discussion? Roll call.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
And finally, I'd like to make a motion to approve to enter into an agreement with Strand Associates for the construction services not to exceed $101,700 for the 131st Street water main lining.
Moved by
Second.
Alderman Brennan, seconded by Alderman Key. Discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Brennan.
Yes.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Lewandowski.
Aye.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Scully.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
I think that's a record.
That's
actually.
right. That's a pretty good one.
Be.
And, just to tell you, of all these projects, they're all mainly on time and under budget. So
That's great.
even though we are throwing out a lot of money here, we are right on time and right on budget.
Stupid. All right. Business and Economic Development, Alderman Key.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have no idea why I put this under business economic. Thursday is our first concert in the park.
Okay.
And so it's at 7 o'clock by the gazebo. And it's Rosie and the Rivets. And we've had them before. It's a great group, and they get everyone involved. So come out to the concert in park.
Very good. Thank you, sir. Cable TV, anything? Okay.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, just a couple brief announcements. Wanted to amplify during the month of May, The viewership on the YouTube analysis is 1,700 YouTube viewers, which is an exceptional number for the month of May. Currently running as they're very timely is a nice program on Get to Know Chief Mike Yatt. There's and also I want to highlight the Memorial Day service featuring Mayor Straz, Alderman Jack Clifford, former Alderman Jerry McGovern, the daughter of American Revolutions, and our own Jeff Key on bugle playing taps. That's all for my report.
It's a bugle, right? Not a trumpet. Bugle.
Yes.
It's a bugle, right?
Kind of the same thing.
Okay.
I mean, it's just as easy.
All right. Any old business anyone have? Citizens wish to ask any questions regarding to Sydney's business? Okay. Harlan?
Harlan Wyvoda, 7640 West 135th Street. Mr. Alderman McGrogan, all you aldermen voted in favor of the 1% to charge us extra money for food, but you're complaining because the governor doesn't want to charge us sales tax for groceries. So I'm a little confused. But anyways, and back to Alderman Brennan, you got to slow down. And then on another note, I'm getting ready to retire. I know there's a lot of kids in this town that are looking for summer jobs and things of that nature. Fire hydrants are very easy to paint. You're paying $95 per fire hydrant to paint a fire hydrant.
No, they're not just painting it.
Yeah, but they have actually hired quite a few local kids to do those jobs. Yeah, I don't know the exact number, but they have hired local kids.
But the main thing is they sandblast them first.
Yeah.
So you can't have kids doing sandblasting.
Okay, so they're sandblasting them first. Okay, it didn't say sandblast and paint, it said paint.
All right, yeah, sorry.
Roger that. All right, thank you.
Okay.
Yep.
Anything else anyone have?
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, sir.
Maybe you could throw a good word. I think there's a couple of new businesses that opened up. I know you went to a grand opening, or there might have been a grand opening.
Bigby's Coffee was yesterday was a ribbon cutting over there on Southwest Highway in the shopping center that used to have honey baked ham, but right next to Oranges. It's a nice coffee spot owned by two local individuals living here in town. They opened up went to a new venture and went to a franchise, but it's got great coffee. The time we were there yesterday for the the ribbon cutting, there was probably 4 cars in the drive-in the whole time. So they have coffee, pastry, and she has some sandwiches for lunch and the like. So a nice young couple started out, and see if you can help them out there. It'd be great.
I got an announcement on coming up Veterans Day. I'm working with owners at McDonald's on 127th Street. We have we're trying to work out something like for veterans stop in and have a free cup of coffee and donut. And get the city involved with them and get the word out to the veterans that we're going to be trying to get that up and running this year.
Yeah.
And another thing is, if you haven't been in the new Hunan Inn of late, I was in there the other night. It's bright, cheery, all remodeled, and it's very good food. I mean, it's really good, and they give you this immense, I don't know what to call it, but it's chilled. It's like ice cream and frozen, shaved, whatever. And the lady just plopped it in front of us. It looked like the Tornado ice cream special from the old Melody Lane. If you remember how big that was, and they give it to you for nothing. Believe this or not, for coming in as sort of their mini grand thing over there. But it's very good. They did a very nice job.
Yeah.
It's worth supporting.
Yeah, it's totally different. If people who used to frequent it before, now it's been totally remodeled inside. And actually, Joanne and the son are still working there part time until the new people get acclimated. So great spot though. We're there for lunch.
It's expanded menu, very good.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? Entertain a motion to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.